high in the mountains of Macedonia, lies a peaceful monastery. This is St. Panteleimon, located around 20 kilometers from Kochani. And here, we're building something that will bring even more life to its yard, a grand fountain with small waterfalls. Most people think you need a pro crew and a huge budget to build a fountain like this. But we are about to prove them wrong. Today, I'm taking you behind the scenes to show every step, every mistake, and exactly how we built this fountain. And with volunteers that helped, local businesses, and some people that donated for this fountain to be built. First, we shaped the ground where the fountain would stand. Then we had large stones delivered, and we used them to shape the top of the fountain, the area where we piled all the dirt we had dug out. The remaining big stones were placed around the sides to form the main structure of the fountain. Then, using the smaller stones, we carefully shaped the little waterfalls that flow down from the top. At first, it looked like we had plenty of stones, until suddenly we didn't. We ran out halfway through, so we called it a day. For the next morning, we called in backup, a friend with a trailer who could help us hunt down more stones. The next day, we had sand and concrete delivered. After unloading the truck, we headed out again in search of more stones. Luckily, the hills around the monastery were full of them. More than enough to keep the project moving. Next, we pulled out the concrete mixer and pumped water from the well to fill the big barrel we use for mixing. Once everything was set, it was time to start making the concrete. First, we had to spray down all the soil and stones before pouring any concrete. We did run into a small problem. The hose was way too short, but nothing we couldn't handle. While we figured that out, the rest of the crew got started mixing the concrete. Next, we started pouring concrete all around the stones and across the top of the fountain, shaping the entire upper section as we went. Once the form was in place, we covered the whole fountain with plastic sheeting and added wire mesh on top to reinforce the concrete. So we prepared everything for the next day and got the site ready for another round of concrete pouring. And honestly, one of the best parts came at the end of each day. The sisters always prepared delicious food for us. They wouldn't even let us go home unless we sat down and ate first.
There's a lot of cow over there, and they say moo, and they eat grass a lot.
On day 3, a few more people joined in to help. We fired up the concrete mixer again and started by pouring and covering the largest surface first. Then we kept moving, section by section, until the entire fountain was covered. Today we had a few more people join us, which was great because we had a lot of work ahead. We started with the small waterfalls, shaping and securing each one. At the same time, some of the team kept the concrete mixer running, while others worked on the opposite side of the fountain, the area where the water would eventually collect. We had a bunch of small stones delivered today for decoration. These are the ones we'll be using inside the fountain to give it that natural, finished look. We also got electrical tubes for the wiring. We dug holes all around the fountain to place the tubes and hide them underground or beneath the rocks. And again, just like everything else on this project, all of it was donated, either by small businesses or local people helping out however they could. After we finished shaping the main waterfall and covered the bed with small rocks, we started laying stone tiles around the pond. And of course, we used up all the stones again. So this time, we grabbed one of our cars and went out to get more. Next, we used most of the stones to shape the back of the fountain. We dug around the area, then built a wall all the way around using stones and concrete. The remaining soil was placed on top so we could later plant small trees and flowers. That was it for today. The story isn't over yet. Subscribe to follow the next chapter of this build.